But do I want to talk about that thing you do? I mean, it was filmed at... And welcome to another brand new episode of This Week in Disney History. I am your host, Milo Beasley. And welcome to the renovated, brand new Milo Beasley Show studio. Not in the parks today, but hey, we're hanging out here in the studio as we talk about This Week in Disney History. I think we left off on the 3rd, so we're going to start with 10-4. We're going to start with 10-4. 10-4, good buddy. October 4th, 1993. Right? Yes, 1993. Mission to Mars at the Magic Kingdom at the Walt Disney World has its last day. This would eventually reopen as Alien Encounter, and then eventually after that as Stitch's Alien Invasion, and then Stitch's Meet and Greet. And now it's... yeah, we don't talk about that. So we're going to move on to 1996. D3, Mighty Ducks 3 hits theaters everywhere. This is not the last time you'll be hearing about the Mighty Ducks today. So 2000, October 4th, 2000, the very first of the new generation Disney stores opens in Costa Mesa, California. Now, unfortunately, I think many of you guys have heard that a lot of those old school 90s Disney stores closed within the last couple weeks. So, unfortunately, see, I loved going to Brandon. We had one here in Florida in Brandon. That was that old school 90s look. And unfortunately, I can't go there ever again. You can't relive the 90s. Okay, anyway, I'm moving on to October 5th. October 5th, 1955, Disneyland Hotel finally opens to guests a couple months after the opening, and then after the grand opening, and then finally, hey, you guys can sleep in our hotel. 1992, October 5th, 1992, speaking of Disneyland, the Main Street Cinema has its final day as it will eventually close. I mean, it'll reopen, but like as a merchandise shop. So moving on, October 5th, I'm not gonna say the year because you're not supposed to say the year on birthdays, right? But we want to wish a happy birthday to a friend of the show, Mary Gibbs. You may remember her as the voice of Boo from Monsters, Inc. And so I actually had her on the Milo Beasley Show, I think like 2 years ago. So go out and check that out. Look for this on the YouTubes. So yeah, so happy birthday, Mary, and hopefully we will see you at some GalaxyCon events in the future. And then rounding out October 5th, 2014, a sad day for a lot of people. The Maelstrom closes at Epcot. You know, and then it became the Frozen ride, and then everyone was like, who cares about Frozen? And then like literally the entire earth was like, I care about Frozen. What's I talking about? We're gonna move on to October 6th, 2014. The very next day, Memento Mori opens at the Magic Kingdom. Now this was a new Haunted Mansion shop that sold everything Haunted Mansion right outside the Haunted Mansion at the Magic Kingdom. They even had those things where like you could turn your face into like a ghost face. So like it was lenticular, so it'd be like and then it would turn it and it'd be like ghost face. October 7th, 1991. I can't believe it's been almost, what is that? 30 years. So 29 years, almost 30 years that Disney Vacation Club started selling into the Vacation Club. We are not members, but we would like to be friends with those who are. So if you are a DVC member and you are watching this, just slide into the DMs. Let's be friends. Let's BFF or DVCFFs. Also on this date, October 7th, 1998, my favorite ride, Buzz Lightyear's Space Ranger Spin, opens up to guests at the Magic Kingdom in Tomorrowland. And if you were wondering, yes, just about every single time, unless I'm with somebody who's cheating next to me, I'm going to get in such trouble for that. I max out on Buzz Lightyear. So yeah, 9s straight across the board, almost every single time. I'm not going to say every single time, but I'll beat you. And then October 8th, moving on to October 8th, I'm in such trouble. 1993, we said we would talk about the Mighty Ducks again. Well, the Mighty Ducks were a movie that became an actual sports franchise, and this was the very first date, October 8th, 1993, the very first date of the very first hockey game of the Mighty Ducks of Anaheim, playing at the Pond in Anaheim, California. I did a couple of Run Disney races where we actually ran around the pond. It's not actually a pond. It's a brick building with seats and an ice skating rink. October 8th, 2001. Oh man, this is a crazy day. So, Journey into Your Imagination closes to the cheers of millions. Journey into Your Imagination replaced Journey into Imagination. Okay, so there was Journey into Imagination, and then that closed, and then Journey, and then yeah, in '99, and then again in '99, Journey into Your Imagination opened, and then that lasted 2 years before finally closing because everybody was super mad that they took Figment out of the ride. So now we have Journey into Imagination with Figment at the Epcot Center. Did you get that? I probably didn't make that clear at all. So let me rehash. I'm kidding. Okay, we're going to go ahead and move on. Still October 8th, though, 2011, Princess Fairy Tale Hall, the Princess Pavilion at Disneyland Paris opens up so everyone can take awesome pictures with the princesses there, like this. That's just my pose. Moving on to October 9th, 2005, the very first day, the debut of the Little Einsteins on Playhouse Disney on the Disney Channel. I've never watched a single episode. Also a 40-year-old man. So we're going to go ahead and move on to October 10th. Now, this was interesting. Like back in the late 1920s, early 1930s, every year seemingly on this date, Walt released a new Mickey Mouse cartoon, starting with 1929, Barnyard Battle, 1930, another Mickey Mouse cartoon, The Gorilla Mystery, 1931, the Barnyard Broadcast. So you know, Walt loved them barnyards. 1936, Mickey's Elephant, and then 1939, Donald Duck got in on the game with Officer Donald, where he tried giving a ticket to Pete, and you can pretty much guess how that one went. And then finally, again, October 10th, 2017, I was just there about a month beforehand to see the Star Jets at Tokyo Disneyland before they closed on October 10th, 2017. I know that made a lot of people sad, and I have a little sticker that says that it was closing, and this would have been a good time for me to be like, look, here's a sticker showing that I was there, but I don't. Poor planning. So we're going to go ahead and wrap things up. So thank you for joining us this week. And please, I implore you, I beg you, just like I do every week, to subscribe, follow, like, share, tell your friends, please, 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 as I enjoy bringing this to you. It would be even a bigger joy to bring it to a bigger audience. So thank you for hanging out with me this week, and I'll see you next week for This Week in Disney History. Did I get that all right?